live stream. I hope everybody is having a good weekend so far, and the people that are thinking to them slow. Sorry for the long wait. I was preparing the final few things for the coming hour or so. Hi everybody. Uh, hey Galaxy Wolf. And hello Green Bat Wolf and Clone HD. Welcome to the today's stream. Um, yeah, this is more or less my 1100 subscriber celebration video because I need to do something for it. So yeah, this felt like the good thing to do in a short amount of time. And it's been a while since I did one, like 2 months ago, since I did the last live stream. So good to be back, I think. Hello, everybody. Uh, yeah, but I'm really glad the channel finally reached over 1,000 subscribers after everything that happened early this year. At that point, it was like when the whole instruction video affair happened. It was like a month away, and after that, the channel more or less stopped growing, and now it's back on Steam again. So yeah, finally at the point where I wanted to be 2 months late. But yeah, thanks all so much for sticking around still. For the rest, as for the channel, where it's after the whole instruction video affair, one thing this channel lost was the instruction videos, and at this point, I have been preparing some stuff to do, like more reviews, like I did with my BMW R75 with the show around. So that is something I'm going to do more, because that's like 15 videos alone that I can do now. So yeah, I have a lot more content planned for the future. So yeah, I think the coming time I'm going to experiment with the review style, how I exactly want to have it. But after that, I think everything will be smooth sailing from here on out, more or less. Hi all. Hi Peter and a few others. Let's see. Nice to have a live stream. Hi Break Vision. 1007 here. Really? Okay. What is my favorite anime, or what? Warbricks. Rebla. My favorite anime, to be true. My favorite? Ooh. Hard one. My favorite anime. I don't really have like really one that stands at the top, but like Ghouls and Panther is pretty cool, and there are a few other ones that I really like. But earlier this year, a good one was Interview with Monster Girls. That was a pretty fun one, and yeah, there are a few fun ones, but I can't really think one off the top of my head. Green Beret Wolf just means we'll get more one-on-one time with Albert, indeed. Bricky Fishing, I just got back from the Lego store, and now I'm sorting a pep, one of those cups. Cool. I've never been to an official Lego store before, so that's one thing I still need to do. But in the Netherlands, there isn't one. You need to go to Germany or maybe Denmark, but it's kind of far away for me to go to one of those. So not happening anytime soon. Okay. Carbon to Raging Phoenix. Okay, my question, Rebla. I'm working on a battalion of Renault FT-17s, and I need third. Any ideas? Not really. I haven't built FT myself before, so well, it also depends on which. If it's like the First World War, it's like a round turret, and like the second, it's like angled one. It's so that one is a little bit easier. So I would look into that. Deadly Bricks. What do you think about using other people's design? That should be more than fine in my personal mind idea. Giving credits is always nice. It's when I did the instruction videos, it's not never something I asked for, and I didn't care. The only thing I cared a lot about is if you use it for your own personal profit, but that's something completely different. But if you see somebody builds a Sherman tank or a Tiger tank that you really like and you decide to copy it, nothing there isn't anything wrong with it if you really like a design from someone and you copy it, and if you get credits, I don't see a problem at all. Peter de Groot, you could use a turret from the Brickmania, so I think you talk about the FTs. Yeah, they have a decent turret design. Uh, Agent Sneaky, are you a girl? No. Do I sound like a girl? Really? Raging Phoenix. Nah, Peter, I feel it's too small for my Ronaldo design. Ooh, then you're working on a pretty big version. Interesting to see what you will make of it. William, hello, welcome. Why do you think I'm a girl? Really, Agent Sneaky. Why? Do I really sound like one? Thanks, William. Oh, but would you consider doing a matching the line, Mark? Maybe at some point I would do one. I think I played like around with one of those pop-up bunkers with a cannon in it. If I'm right, the mentioned line has a lot of those bunker types that I think you also see it in World War One, but like those turrets that can be raised out of the ground with a cannon or in it, or maybe machine gun. But I think cannons were more common. I've been playing around with that idea, so maybe at some point, not in the short future, I'm probably rather going to do Call of Duty, Mark, seeing the new Call of Duty coming out this year, so something D-Day-ish. I have been working on stuff, but the one thing I want to do is a bit too expensive at the moment for me, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Ooh, chat is going fast, I think. Why can you guys stop with the girlfriend? Really? Rather, do you agree Cory in the House is the best anime? Yeah, sure. What is your Raging Phoenix? What's your favorite Italian self-propelled gun? I have one in mind. What's the name? What's the name of it? Let me Google. That is one that's inspired on the. I think it's somewhat inspired on a Stark, but I can be wrong. What's the name? What's the name? This one. I think it's the no. The so Fomento. I will let me share my screen for a moment. Share screen. but the Sofomento da 7518, I really like this one. Is still on my to-do list. So I think this is one of my favorites. I really like the look of it, and it's awesome. For Italian use. It was well enough, or was well enough produced for Italian standards. And yeah, like I said, I really like the look of it. So definitely on my to-do list, and I really like the look of it. Back to the chat. Agent Sneaky, you sound like a girl. I don't think so. Girls have a mustache. I don't have one. I have a beard. Would you use a Kobe set in a mark? They made a really nice Soma S45. They did. Did Kobe make a S45? One thing I recently saw this. I think it was the latest video. They showed off like a part of an HE111, the bomber, the German bomber. That's in like a magazine. That one looked kind of interesting for what I saw. But no, I wouldn't use the mark. I'm 100% Lego, except the brick arms and so on. But no fake Lego for me. But some of the kits are kind of interesting to buy maybe at some point. Like maybe it's something like the Stuka, not as much to use for like my real Lego work, but more because I like the look of it. But overall, no fake logo for me. Um, mm, 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 Peter Groot, are you ever gonna build a Panther tank? Yes, but when I don't know. I really like the Panther tank. After I went to Overloon in the Netherlands, which is a military museum, it had a really good-looking Panther standing there. And after that, I really started to like it more than I already did. So at some point, yes, but not now. Oh, but if you need a vehicle designed for D-Day, I have the, as far as I know, largest Brickmania collection in the world, and many of the designs are normally D-Day. If you want instructions, nah, I'm good. Thanks for the offer, Green Beret, but no, I'm good. I like to figure out that stuff myself. Warbricks, I'm looking for weird things on your computer screen. I don't think the most things on my computer screen are that weird because I have everything closed. I am using two computer screens, so you only see that. So, but most things aren't that interesting on as tabs go. I have Flickr, YouTube, my Look, where I'm part of Bricklink, Kiss Manga, Bato, another anime reader, Go Anime, Kiss Anime, the seasonal thingy for anime to what's being released this season. Some other stuff like my emails and so on, and a lot of tabs on World War II, like vehicles and whatnot. So nothing too crazy. But yeah. Deadly Bricks, how long have you been collecting Lego? Since I was 5. Then I got my first Lego, I think, around 10. But I had Duplo before that. But yeah, I've been building Lego for a long time. I'm 23 at this point, so the majority of my life. And World War II since 2009, 10, something like that. So a good 7 years. I've been really busy with building World War II, and the last 4 years, I've been especially building in 135, in scale 135. Before that, I was experimenting more with it on which size I liked. I've also done several builds in 145, but it was a little bit too small for me. I like to have it a little bit bigger, but that's my personal taste in design. Green Beret Wolf, you must be rich. Indeed, he is, because oh, you have over 60? Damn. Well, I don't have that many vehicles at this point. I have like uh, 16 to 20 World War II vehicles, and the cheapest should be around 10 to 15, and the most expensive is to over 200 euros in parts, and with shipping costs, it's like 250. Green Beret Wolf, can you show your collection? I've thought I have thought of uploading pictures of it. You really should do that. I think if you make a video on it and say like massive Brickmania collection video, I think you will get a lot of views out of it. Tease the customized. Have you ever visited the Buffeting Tank Museum? Cheers from Friesland. No, I've been never outside of the Netherlands, really. I've been to a little bit of Germany and a little bit into Belgium, but nothing more much than this. And also, cheers from Drenthe. But maybe this month, maybe because I'm currently a little bit too sick to really travel, but a few weeks ago, I recently was offered a spot with family to go along to Normandy for a week to pretty much see all the major sites in Normandy. In a way, I'm really hoping to go, but I have a few health problems at the moment, so I may not end up going, which would be a shame. But that will also be if I would go, that would be the first time I would be out of the Netherlands for over a week and the farthest away from home. And I can see, like, if I'm going, I will see places like Pegasus Bridge, Point to Hark, a few other places, St. Mary Glees, the beaches, Utah Beach in Omaha. So I really want to go, but it depends a little bit if I get healthy enough to go. So yeah, maybe in the coming 2 weeks, I may be going to France. So that would be pretty fucking awesome. But yeah, Buffeting Tank Museum or the Tank Museum, they call it now more. I really want to go, and I'm sure I will go at some point in the future, but it won't be this year, and next year I don't know. But I doubt it a little bit. But yeah, it's on my to-do list. Daddy Bricks, I'm building a panther. Well, good luck with it. Green Beret Wolf, I recently built mine also. Well, good for you. Chat is going too fast. Warbricks, top 10 anime betrayals. I'm really not. Yeah, my anime recap, my all those episodes aren't really that much in my head. I'm more of reading manga at that point. I read a lot more manga than watch anime. Peter Goosen, I'm looking forward to you building a panther. Well, like I said, it probably would be a while. Well, first up, let's open up a beer. Now, this is the stuff. Panther is pretty fun to build. Fun to build. I think it can be a fun challenge. It has some nice angles in it. So yeah, I think it will be a fun build. Deadly Bricks make a tank in all dark gray. I do my German tanks are generally a combination of dark bluish gray and all dark gray. So I'm more or less there. It's if I do it in, like a camo, I can marry both of, or can how do I say it? Marry both of both worlds, because some parts in all dark gray don't exist in the newer color, and it's also the other way around. Some of the hatches that I use for some of my vehicles you only find in the all dark gray and not new, and some parts that are now really handy don't come in old, so I use both with a nice camo pattern. What scale? I built in scale 135. Green Breffel. Yeah, I could smoke out fields with my collection. Yeah, you can. Point to Hark is beautiful. Take my word. I believe you. I think if I end up going to Normandy and at some place like Pegasus Bridge, and especially like Point to Hark, because I've played like the original Call of Duties and Call of Duty 2, where you play in those levels. I think it in a way it will be amazing to walk around there, because I've seen it before, but at the same time, it would look so familiar. And also like movies like The Longest Day, which I really like, you also are there at those places. So at some point, I think it would be amazing, but also I think maybe a little bit weird, because you have seen so many footage of it either in games or in movies or just photos. So I'm interested how I would react to just being there. So yeah, but if I go, I think I will love it to be there to see it. Kraanwagen Daddy Breaks. Kraanwagen turret. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how thick are you? Thick. Do you mean I'm not going to answer that. Maybe that's is a good indication. Raging Phoenix. What Kraanwagen style turret look good on FT17? What does that look like? What does it look like? What does that look like? Sorry if I say the names wrong, but that's not my. I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry. I don't know what that looks like, because I get image of other tanks. So yeah. Tease. It's great fun, especially for a model builder such as you, spending 6 hours researching tanks during the Battle of the Somme into archives there in a few weeks. Spending 6 hours researching tanks during the Battle of the Somme into archive there a few weeks ago. Okay, well, if I go there, I already know that my days will be pretty much packed full, because I was asked because another person dropped out. So I'm more like just joining along for the ride. Everybody else already planned out where we are going, but they're still going to all the major places I want to go. But it's like every day I would be going like to 2 museums. So I don't have like I think as much time as I would like at some places to look around in Normandy. But oh well, it's a bit of a good incentive to go myself again and take all the time I need at that point. Hello, Tactile Bricks. How am I? A little bit ill, can be better, but in overall, pretty great. Hello, Action Brick. Welcome. Lego Boss, are you Dutch? Yes, I am. Ik ben zeker weten Nederlands. Ja hoor. Greenbird Wolf, the cliffs are way taller in real than Call of Duty 2. Um, Probably, I don't know, but I will see that if I get there. It's the coming few weeks, but seeing is believing. So yeah. Deadly Breaks. Have anyone here played Rainbow Six Siege? Nope. Man, the Rain Dude. Hi, welcome. Warbreaks. Rebla is my new. uh, oh, I'm caught up with the chat. Remember me from the last stream? Well, it's been a while, so I'm going with no. Greyburns, Raining Phoenix. I meant Kranwagen. Okay. Green Red. I was there. I know they were taller. Yeah. I work with, what's the metric system? I work with meters. Foot and inches don't say a lot. I know it's like 1 meter. If I want to get to 1 meter, if I want to get to foot from meters, it's like 1 meter is one and a half times. So it's something like that. So I can't really explain it well in English, but I sort of know how you need to calculate it. But nah, I'd rather have meters. What's your favorite World War II uniform? Ooh, either like Fallschirmjäger, like what you see in Creed, or something like the Green Devil, so the British paras from World War II. One of both, I think. Warwick meters. What are you, foreign? Ah, shut up. Yeah, that's 25 meters. Yeah, rounding it up a little bit, but 25 meters is high. Don't forget Fahrenheit. Work. What is it? Degrees. Also, question for you guys: has anybody else seen Dunkirk this summer? Because I'm caught up with the chat. So, what are you guys' opinions on Dunkirk? I personally really love the movie. In overall, the only thing that I can't say. If you haven't seen it, maybe mild spoilers, but Dunkirk, I personally really love this. The only thing what was a little bit confusing for me, and I don't think this is as much a spoiler, but oh well. The whole timeline thing. The one thing they did was they split the movie up in 3 timelines in 3 different speeds. And when I started watching the movie, and I was like, "Oh, this is." And the first one was like, "This takes a week." Okay, and the second one was like, "This happens in a day." Okay, and the next one happens in an hour. Okay. And for me, it was a little bit confusing, and and it was kind of annoying at first, because I sort of guessed what they were trying to do, but it wasn't that clear cut for me until like the break halfway, when I was like, okay, it really is like 3 timelines, but it's a little bit confusing because you really jump back and forth. But the end of the movie was, I loved it. I really want to. It's a shame because I don't have like enough tan and French and British soldiers, because I really wanted to do like a mock early this year on Dunkirk, like with something with the beaches, and I just didn't have the parts for it, and that really sucked. I'm still gonna do it one at some point, but it would have been perfect timing to do one. So yeah. And overall, I loved it. Oh yeah, other thing I could really liked by Dunkirk is that you really you just were kind of dropped into it and left it in. I never learned a name of one of the soldiers. That was pretty interesting to see. You all were that everybody was kind of there at that moment and grouped up and just there, and that you weren't like one unit like you sometimes see with like Saving Private Ryan, that you know everybody at some point in names and so on, that you really so I don't want to say basic, but you know so little of everybody, and also like the amount I speak, it's like you really don't learn a lot about it. So just little bits, and it's more like getting out of it alive and stuff, and getting to the UK. But moving on for now, Warbricks. I'm working on an Eras collab. Okay, cool. My English is horrible since I speak Spanish. Also pretty nice. In a way, I kind of want to learn Portuguese maybe, but I also want. There are a few languages that I would like to learn. First, I want to improve my English even more. I would like to do some extra schooling on it to be like. I have paperwork that says that I'm as good as a native speaker, and also I'm on that level. After that, I would like to learn. I kind of want to learn French, and I kind of want to learn Portuguese, and if we really want to do a challenge, maybe even Japanese. That's a few languages I would like to learn. Um, Marcus Coops. Hi, welcome. I did, yes, Dunkirk right here. Stuka Sirens got me shitting my pants. No, not, for me, not really. They also used a little bit of a different sound, and I was later on like looking up a review, and they made a really interesting point, because what we know about the Stuka sound you are used to know is like the one you see like in the games and the rest of the movies, like that really screeching sound. In Dunkirk, they actually used a little bit of a different, more or less the same, but it was a little bit different, probably to, well, that shitting in your pants moment. But that's one of those things. If you look at some reviews, and like, also interesting that when the review says some people were bitching about it, that was different. But I kind of like the idea, but they also raised like the point, because we don't really know what a Stuka siren sounds like. So we all kind of know that screeching sound, what it is, and we all know that one sound. So is that really that one sound of the Stuka? But yeah. It is the customizer so damn loud and unexpected. Well, I think that's the point of the Stuka siren. Oh yeah, one of the final things in the movie, the final Stuka see, that actually this is at the end, so maybe a mild spoiler, but it ends up crashing into the sea, and you can really see it's like a model, because they used like maybe 1/6 or something scale models for the movie, and you can see it crashing down, and in the back you can see like the French Navy ship or something like that. And when I saw that in the theater crashing into the water, I just went, okay, the ship is way bigger than the Stuka. That Stuka is way too small compared to scale. So I was really like, yes, but okay, but I can give the movie a pass on, because everything what they pretty much used in the movie was real. It wasn't like CGI. That's something I really like. That they used like real models, really went back to basics. Something, if you watch like the Battle of Britain, that I think it's from the 1970s, that were all model. The HE-111s they used, the bombers, the German ones, they were actually Spanish versions with Merlin engines, and those were actual models they used, like real life ones. They used like 15. Also, if you go to Wikipedia or something like that, and you check out, there's like a little bit of international history, because those bombers, those ones that looks on the HE-1s, lookalikes, they were at some point they went back to Spain to take part in NATO exercises in the 1970s or something like that, and they didn't pay them back, so they had all like swastikas and everything on them, and they took part in NATO exercises. I think that would have been an interesting time. That would have been really interesting to see. Yeah, the time wrapping was a bit confusing. It really was. Peter, I saw Dunkirk. I really liked it. Same here. Did I love it? I think I got close. Because of the time thing, it was confusing. In a way, I also want to see like an edit, like they remove the time skipping thing and they just do it in a chronological order, so you jump back every time. But so the movie so you would first, like the first 5 days, you will only see like the beaches, and then move on to the boats, and then in like the final bit, also like everything comes together. I think that would also be interesting. So it may completely ruin the movie in some ways, but I think it should be alright. But that's one thing I would be interesting to see. But in overall, I think it's a really great movie, and the end, I really love the end with like the Churchill speech and the Spitfire setting on fire. The version I found by the end, I fell in love with it. Warbreaks, Dunkirk was quality content. Yes, it was. Would you do a video on your armies? At some point, yes, I will. I actually, it's been a few weeks ago, but I actually recorded like all my models, but because I recently I got today a new video editor. I had troubles with my old one for the last few months, so I didn't really have always good software at the moment to really edit it down. So I may use it, but I may end up not using it. I'm not sure yet. But I am going to do more vehicle reviews like my the last one I did. So you are going to see a lot more vehicles here on my channel now. Right, Phoenix, Cheka, Blighter, anyone know what that means? I do. I have no ID. Brick Production TV. Welcome to the stream. Deadly Bricks, got to go. Bye. Lego Wait, man, can you please give me a shout out, please? Well, here's your shout out, I think. Martin Brick, yo. Welcome. All right. The stream is also going along nicely. Oh, nearly 40 minutes in, so I'm not complaining at all. And I hope that everybody that's joining in so far is enjoying themselves. Yeah, but I'm caught up again with the chat again. So yes, is anybody looking forward to the new Call of Duty? I'm personally not going to get it right away because my computers that I have isn't new enough to really run it properly, I think. So I'm probably going to wait some time for... I'm going to buy it, but it's with more games. I really want at the future get a better computer at gaming. So, but I am looking forward to see when it comes out how people will react to it. Is it back to form more or less, or will it be will it be horrible, or will it be something like remind you if you played like the first one? That feeling. Mandarin dude, do you think Brickmania is expensive because if a tank costs 50 to make, they triple the price? It's really dumb. No, it's not. That's business. to it's really stupid to say, but that's the business. You need to remember, Brickmania is a custom kit designing company. At this point, it's not only Dan doing the work, but they also have like Lando and a few other guys doing like the prints and design. It's at least like a team of four, and I think even more. So Brickmania at this point is very much a small business. Maybe I'm not sure how many work there, but at least a few. So they do need to make enough money to pay everybody every month, because if I go to my work, I also like to get paid at the end of the week. We all need to pay our bills and something like that. So I understand why it's so expensive. And also Lego is an expensive hobby to start with. But it really is up to you if you find it pricey or not, because yeah, 50, if you feel like you can do it yourself better, I will do that, because you can get it for cheaper. It really depends on the parts you use, because you can make it as expensive if we want. But yeah, it's really one of those questions. I think it's up to you. Is Brickmania expensive? Yes, it's very much an expensive product toy to buy, but Lego in general is really expensive to start with. I sometimes make Bricklink orders, and I'm smashing my head on the table if I see the amounts of money I'm spending in one go on the next few builds or parts for markets. In the end, I'm happy when I get it, but that moment you need to pay, it's really not always the finest moment. Green Beret Wolf, I'm glad I haven't been put on a timeout yet. Yeah, you're acting good. You're putting up a good show. You're really part of the stream, talking a lot, and not talking any real nonsense that should give you a timeout. Hello, Brickmove. Welcome to the stream. It's kind of dying down at the moment. Are you guys still enjoying the stream? Because we only have like 4 people watching at this point. Well, I'm one myself to look at the comments, so damn. Lego in WWT channel, welcome. Hello, guys. Any questions? Any of you guys just joining also seeing Dunkirk? Green Red Wolf. Oh, I haven't been crazy. Let's fix it. Please just be sensible about it, because I will give you a timeout, and the general timeout is like 3 to 5 minutes. So if I give you one, yeah, you can say something for a while. Mender, dude, 1, 2, 3. Do you think Clone Trooper X39 uses his friends to make skits, and do you think that it's bad that he has only designed one kit? Well, I do follow his channel a little bit. I don't watch every video of him, but I am subscribed. I am more or less aware that I do know he produces kits, and I do know he uses. I know at least one he used from a friend or something, his design, but I think it's on the friend's consent, so he was okay with it. So that's a bit of a hard one to talk about. And what the fuck is that music outside? Oh man, Someone is partying outside my home. Can you guys hear that outside? But I don't know what's. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to judge right away because I can say it's a bad thing, but I don't know what kind of deal he made with his friend behind well, YouTube, the internet, as that is one of those things I can't judge from the outside. I think if he paid that friend like an X amount of money, or I don't know, sponsored a large amount of Lego, and for him that was his payment or something, then there shouldn't be any problem in my mind. So as long as he properly worked it out with that friend or friends, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If he would be really stealing it, that's at the point that I would say, well, you're an ass, but I don't know. And I think if he did, we more or less would know. So I think what he's doing is okay, but that's also a little bit of the fact I don't know everything about that. So yes, I think if everything he arranged it in such a way that everybody that he's using or borrowing the design from is okay with it, it should be more than fine. Oh, I haven't been crazy. Let's fix that. No, 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 no. Peter, I'm watching from the beginning. Well, good for you, because we're, well, 45 minutes in. Green bread. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Donald Trump told me that hurricane's North Korea causing, so he needs to nuke him. The problem has been fixed. Okay. What do you think was the most efficient tank of World War II? Take in mind crew, comfort, combat, effectiveness, armor, price, etc. I think the answer is extremely easy on that one. I think it's the Sherman tank. Has first off, has anybody else been watching? Has anybody else been watching the Chieftain's Hatch? I can look it up. But if anybody else have been watching the Chieftain, my subscriptions here. Share stream. But if you really want to know a little bit about tanks, I would check out this channel from the Chieftain. He works at while he's in, I think, what is the historical advisors, more or less, for World of Tanks, and part of the North American team, I think. But he does like all types of reviews. Like the recent views are on some of the French ones, which made me cry. The French, the R45, it sucks. The FCM 46 is better, so I have still a bit of hope in the French armor. I hope he does on the Charlie one. The one on the Charlie one the coming time. Also, but he is like a lot of tanks. He also have like on the Sherman, the Fireflies. He also did one on the Panther. That one is really interesting to watch. If you want going to watch one, watch the Panther one. But it's because he also himself is a tanker. So he does know his thing more or less. He just has that experience, and that's really interesting to see that more modern insight to all the tanks. But of everything I've seen, something like if you look at the Penta tank, when you look at how he looks at it and he reviews it and goes over it, you go for that tank is magnificently engineered, but and it really dealt a great point. It really is worth its reputation. But from a crew standpoint, it really wasn't the best thing because it was over complex. It was maybe a little bit too too much quality, and something like a T-44, mainly seen as the best tank of World War II, and I think there's a lot of truths in that. But if I compare to all some of the most basic things, and especially taking more or less crew comfort into take, I think the Sherman really is the best at it. Great numbers produced. It was well enough armored because it actually the front is sloped. It isn't that far off from a Tiger tank, so it's well enough armored for what it is. Easy to maintain. Crews can sit relatively easy in it, so I really think maybe there's another one, but I also don't really do a lot of research. But I think Sherman tank really is up there. Performance, I really think it's one of the best. But yeah, but and still, but yeah. But in the end, there are also still a lot of more interesting views, but they may feel a little bit more on some areas. But yeah, I think in the overall stats, I think Sherman is probably the finest one to be in. But yeah, there are a lot of interesting things. If I would be in the start of the war, I think I would love to be in a Matilda. Great armor. Cannon was good enough, so I think I would be quite happy in that. Later on, Sherman probably, but yeah. I can't hear the potty sound. Well, luckily it's already stopped. Peter, how do you live in New Herdingen? No, and I'm not going to tell you guys where I live. Brick Move, which custom kit is on top of your wish list right now? Ooh, I only really follow Brickmania. I think the Stuka they did this year, I really love that one. I would love to own it in a way. It's kind of expensive, but I think it's one of the better models. There's some parts of the tail that I see, yeah, I can see here's the kit, but like really like from the front and like most of the sides and in the overall, the really good looking kit, and also some really nice techniques in it. So that's one kit I would really love to own. Lego Man World War II. Hi, welcome. Greenblood Wolf, yes, Chieftain's Heads is OP. Yeah, I really love it. I really love it. I really like to watch that. It's quite interesting to see because it really gives you a bit of insight to the tank. Search up Lego dot 44 camo Lego German. What is that? A builder or just a minifigure? Yeah, yeah, cool design. First order Lego. Hi there, welcome to the stream. Brick, hey. Hey Rebla, how are you? Well enough. What is your next mark, dude? Dunkirk? No. Goodbye, Brick Move. We'll see you in 20 minutes, hopefully. Next mark. I don't know what my next mark really would be. Like I said before, I was messing around with D-Day one, but what I want to do is really awesome, but also kind of expensive, and I can't really afford it at the moment in good conscience. So, yeah, no, for the moment, I'm taking it a little bit easy. With mark building, for the time being, I want to kind of focus on doing vehicle reviews here on YouTube and just experimenting a little bit. Know your history. How did you meet Molokot and Lego Lucas? Lego Lucas probably on Flickr and Molokot on YouTube, and along the way we along the way, I added Lucas on Skype, and this year I started talking with More Like God also on Skype because they were planning to go to Hardenberg in the Netherlands, and I always go there. So at some point they were like, "We're going to." They were like, "We're probably going to stand there." Okay, like every year I will be there, and I was like, "Well, if you guys are coming and don't mind, why don't we stand next to each other? It would be more fun." So we got talking, and yeah, we did end up meeting at that point at Hardenberg for the first time in real life. Yeah, that was pretty awesome, and I still know it was kind of funny because at some point they were like, "We're going to be this late in Hardenberg or at the place where it would be." So I was okay, I will be there. So I came there, and I was there, and I unpacked my stuff and got to my place and was like the waiting. And then at some point they texted like, "Oh, we're at the hotel. We'll be at some point. 10 minutes will be like." There at the convention center. So I walked outside, and at some point I was like waiting, just getting a bit of sunshine, and I also need to get something out of my car, I think, from one last time. So I was standing waiting at my car, and at some point I see like this Mercedes coming, and I think it was like Lucas at the back, and I was like, I think that's them, and he was like at the back of the car and was like turning around. Is that probably thinking? Is that Rebla? Is that him? I don't know. So yeah, but meeting them was a lot of fun. I hope they have time to come back next year. And it would be awesome to do like a collab with the three of us at that point. This year was already had a build beforehand, so I wasn't like, yeah, I'm going to destroy that. I really want to take long. One thing I did do is destroy it in the final week and build a completely different mug. So yeah. But yeah, meeting Molagot and Lucas was really great. Really great guys. It was a lot of fun standing with them. Martin Break, I saw you at Barblock, but But you didn't saw me. Oh, really? Oh, you should have said hi, because a lot of people do walk past. I was like, one guy, he's also probably still watching, Peter Groot. I actually ended up standing, talking to him for quite a while about some stuff, about some builds. But if you see me standing there, you should have really just said hi. But I'm not even sure if I was standing there, because I'm the type of person, because I always need to stand with other people, because I like to walk around myself. So I may be like 40% of the time away walking around and buying in stuff. But it was less this year than the years before, because I've been standing there for many, many years at this point now. So it's more or less the same for me at this point. So the interaction becomes more interesting. Ooh, chat is going faster. Lego, my custom patent. Okay. Mandarin dude. Shut up, helicopter. I'm doing a live stream here. Dude 123, are you planning on making a Pacific Mork or a Japanese tank or any World War II thing used in the Pacific? Well, at some point I already made like an M3 Stuart that was the Australian version, which was used in the Pacific, but it was 6 years ago. So it's been a while, and also did a few small marks 6 years ago around the Pacific. There are a few Japanese things that I kind of want to do, but like really a mark, it's maybe a little bit out of me. But I still have a few Pacific soldiers I won with neighborhoods bricks contest earlier this year. So I can do like a small mark with like a few soldiers and American soldiers and maybe some Japanese soldiers. So yeah, it's a possibility. Do you play Day of Infamy Grades? Well, no, I haven't played that. I'm not really of the multiplayer games. Martin Break, do you also go and use the Break Arms World War II first on your minifix? If yes, why? No, I'm not. I've bought like a few of the British ones, and I really don't like those vests. They are too big and bulky for me. I rather have a really good, nice, and detailed print than have one of those vests because I find them ugly. I don't. I think it's more. I find it more of lost to the figure than an add-on for myself personally. So I'm not going to use those anytime soon. Know your history. How did you choose the Rebla figure? Oh well. I uh, well, first off, the hat. I am somewhat of a hat person. I like to wear. I have a few hats that already have some value personally to me. So, like the hat thing, like the beret thing, I find it like something very military, something also a bit of British thing. The face. At that point in time, I didn't have a beard, but now I have one. So at this point, it's correct, and it was like kind of the face I would like to have, like a little bit of a small beard going on and a little bit of a smile to it. So I kind of use that, and the torso that I now use is not the one I normally use because if you go to my Flickr account, it has like the surfer body. So like all muscle body, which I don't have. So maybe that's something I would like to have, like really buff. But it's just one of those figures I just kind of used. More or less, I just used the surfer dude from the minifig series 2 or something like that, and just really just slapped a beret on it and give him a different kind of pants. But I really like that figure, and I still use it to this day. Can you show some of your vehicles? Right now, no can do. Search Lego.44 camo German. It took me hours to paint. I think I found the one you're talking about. Well, there are a few, so but yeah, not sure which one is yours, so I'm not going to show it. But I have a lot of respect for people that paint their minifigures. I know a few people that do that, and they are crazy good at it. So a lot of respect to the people that actually paint their minifigures with great detail, because it's not something I could do. I don't have the patience for it, and I think my hands are in general steady enough. So maybe it's something, if I really try, I can do. But a lot of respect for people that paint their minifigures, really. So it really can be like art. Action Brick TV, I will come next year again. Well, hopefully we can talk a bit more next year, because I'm not sure. Either you're extremely shy towards me, or your English isn't the best. But you guys were kind of quiet with me around. It was like really like, am I that scary? I don't think I'm that scary. Maybe because I'm Dutch. Maybe being Dutch is scary to some people. What was your Martin Break? What was you thinking? What were you thinking that Lego Lucas used super glue on his mug? That wasn't Lucas. It was more like God. That was his building. And it wasn't glue. It was like sticky tack that he used. Well, at that moment I was holding my camera, and it was still early in the day, so we were all busy with recording stuff, and I just recorded that, and I couldn't uh, resist on putting that online and show it to the world that Mola God is a dirty, dirty cheater, and that he's all deceiving his many, many subscribers. But uh, yeah, using sticky tag for connections, I personally would never do it because I like the I like a good challenge. So I will always go for the Lego solution. Also, like in vehicles, I will never use brick arms as a connection. I only would use brick arms in a vehicle for like if a machine gun was mounted on it for so the machine gun bits. But I would never use it for mudguards and stuff like that. So no, I wouldn't have done it that way. Do I care that they did it that way? Not really. It's his build. It's not mine. I wouldn't do it. In the end, he still delivered a good looking mark. So yeah, I couldn't care that much at that moment when you record it. You're just trying to be funny and everything about it and messing around with more like God and Lucas around it. So at this point, you just riling him up, being annoying to him because he did use it. Because I think that's the reaction everybody would have. Because you use sticky tag, you're dirty, dirty cheater, and you cheater. My dreams of you are shattered. My whole image, or however you want to put it. That's like the reaction I think most will do, like just joke around with it. So, yeah. When is your birthday? My birthday is in November, so in a few more months. At the end of November, on the 24th of November, will be my birthday. Here I probably won't do anything on it, but if you follow me on Flickr, I generally post like a picture on that day, going, "Hey, it's my birthday. Please say something to me. I don't have much of a social life. I need attention." But no, but I generally post some like a picture there, going, "Hey, I'm a year older. I'm losing more hair again." Martin Brick, do you have the new Brick Arms MP40 with Stark? I wanted, but it was sold out by Brickissimo. No, I actually have them right now in front of me. I only have the one with Outstark. The new Brick Arms MP40s are kind of cool. I think they are a little bit bigger. I have an old one here. Range. Damn it. I dropped it. Here it is, but yeah, it's bigger than the old one, so it's really nicely detailed. I'm not sure if it's a bit too big, but it's really nice. Maybe in the future I will get it with a stock. Know your history. You should check out Waffle SS on Flickr. I'm following him. Let me check. Well, I follow around 800 people, I think. So no, I don't follow him. It seems, but yeah, I follow a lot of people. So I think I've seen that name before. So I probably have seen his work. I think I found him. Yes, yeah. I think I know some of his work. Yes. Dude, 1, 2, 3. I pay my faith because torsos are expensive, like $6. For one, I also paint my reload my guns. Something. Yeah, figures are expensive. I understand that. One of the other solutions you could do is like brush all your figures, the ones you don't use that much, or just buy plain ones and then buy decals and place decals on as a cheaper solution. But yeah, in the end of the day, it's really use what you have. And when I started out, if you go to my Flickr account and look back at the first year I was busy, I didn't have like custom printed torsos. The first figures I got were like custom printed. I actually got sponsored by Brickissimo for doing a scene, and my first brick arms I also didn't buy. I actually was able to win in a contest, in a World War II contest, without using any brick arms. So I used like uh, Lego made machine guns and just the normal Lego figures. So that was quite an achievement for me at that point. But we all start somewhere. It's same for me in this channel. It's a learning experience in many ways, just building and expanding your collection. You start at somewhere small, and you work your way up in any way you probably can at that point if you're really passionate about it. So I don't think that nothing is wrong. And like I said, it's if you can properly paint your minifigures, that takes some really mad skills, I think. And hats off to everybody that does that. Martin Break, do you like the new Brickmania bridges as your spare super? I do, but it's so expensive. They have fun? Okay, cool. I think I missed something, but I follow them, but not that much. So, but yes, Brickmania minifigures are really expensive at this point. Just look at Brickissimo, or is it on Brickissimo? Let me check. Let me check. No. Anyway, no, can't find it. Action break. We will talk a little bit more. Okay, looking forward to it. Dude, 1, 2, 3. My birthday is November 29th. Oh, that's pretty close. Oh, mine is 27th. Ooh, we're all pretty close together. Action break, but I have to go now. Bye. Well, until next time. Martin Rick, Green Purple, what do you think your most loyal subscriber is? I don't know. I really, my most loyal subscriber, I don't know. There are like some of those you guys that are now in the chat and so on. I think that more or less shows. I think the more loyal. Some of you guys that are here, I always like the icons and names I see pop up and comment. So there are a bunch of you that are, I would describe on loyal or really like my content, but I can't really say person X is like fan number one of my work here. So and I also don't think that's really I don't think it's my train of thought is going wrong here, but but yeah, I don't really care if one person is like the most loyal subscriber. It's really good if you watch everything I post, but I don't think it's important. You just need to watch what you enjoy, because I like channels like Mighty, Jingles, and Jacksepticeye, and I've been following the channels for many years now. And when I started watching them, I watched them religiously every video pretty much. And at this point in my life, I'm busy with work and real life more or less. I don't have as much time as I like to So I don't watch every video to do anymore, but I still think that I'm a relatively loyal subscriber because I still follow him after all this time. So I don't think it's on how active you are. Maybe someone is now watching and not even commenting, but he watches every other video I've posted so far. So that would be a loyal subscriber, but I don't maybe even know he's there because he never says something. So I don't know. It could be either one of you guys. Let's get a flame war started, please. Now, Martin Blake, what do you find of Trigoman asking money for his army? Should you do it? What? Wait. Yeah, I'm not. I recently subscribed to him to try Goldman, so. But for what is he asking money exactly? Could you explain it a little bit more before I say anything about it? Because I really don't know enough about it to say anything. Uh, no, you have to look on Brickmania itself. Isn't okay? Let me check Brickmania for that figure. Also, have you guys seen that video on the video of Brickmania with the Reaper where it, that short they did where it hunts Leto and kills him? That was pretty fucking funny. Oh yeah, that one. Ooh, yes, that is pretty nice. Yeah, and actually the Brick Arms Fest does kind of work for this one, I think, when I look at it. But yes, that figure is pretty nice. Also, I really like the fact that the Bray has like the uh, uh, black trim on the bottom. And are that in the other British power in the back with the helmet? I do hope that's a new Brick Arms helmet for the British powers. But you can't do it. You. What are you talking about, man? I can show off this one, I think. He's talking about this figure. Let me share my screen once again. Martin Brick is talking about this figure, the British SAS soldier. It's really cool. I really like that black little trim on the head, but this helmet here in the back, he is so. I hope that it's a new one from Brick Arms. The I'm not sure what the British para helmet is called off the top of my head, but that would be cool if that would be one. Also, I spot Silent Stan. Really nice. Ooh, we have Russian. No, I can do Russian. But welcome. Dude, 123. Do you think the Lego World War II community is dying and not that many people are getting subs to it? I don't think the community is dying. My channel is growing relatively nicely, but it also has. I think it also like has to do how big you get is on how much you upload, because that's how YouTube works. If I notice when I more or less consistently upload in my, if I would upload every week, 2 weeks, I would be growing a lot more rapidly than when I do it every month or so or less. You really can see the difference. So it's also a part of being active, and maybe also standing out from the crowd also kind of helps. And it's also if you're at some, it's also at some point the size also helps. So getting a YouTube channel started. So if you have like around 100 subs, your channel grows a lot more slowly than when you're at 1,000 or more. Because I started taking YouTube seriously around 2.5 years ago, and I was at 50 subs, and I'm now at 1,100. So it took me 2.5 years. I was partly because I wasn't that active, and I think, and stuff. So, but it does take a bit of time to let it grow. Well, not all cases, but not. It really just depends. It's also sometimes you need a little bit of luck with it. But I don't think that community is dying. But at the same time, I'm much more still on Flickr, and there is just a strong community uh, of builders. And here on YouTube, if I compare Flickr to YouTube, here the communities, it is different. There are like me, I'm more busy on Flickr because it's easy to take a photo than edit a video and stuff. But there's a part that's just there, and some people are on both, several, and there's just a part here. So, but I think the community here is different than here on Flickr. I think Flickr is in ways it's sometimes more professional. I don't get me wrong. I don't say that you guys, the builds that you guys do is less or anything, but maybe it's also has to do with a little bit of the ease of uploading, because taking one picture is a lot easier than editing a video of 5 minutes, which not everybody enjoys to do. So maybe some builders that do like really cool stuff just like to just take a picture and be done with it. But that's maybe getting a bit of the point. But I don't think it's dying. It's just yeah, you can. This is just also the whole point of like how YouTube works. It's like a lot of things to take in and think about. So yeah, but yeah, and overall, but I think the community isn't dying. I think it's maybe stays the same, so gets bigger. I think people leave. Some people will leave every now and then, and some people come. So yeah, but really moving on now. No, I mean, what you were saying about Tribal Goldman, Green Brother. You got a PayPal so you can fund. Oh, that yeah, you can sponsor him. That is a thing you can do. At the same time, I think I got like one thing you can do here that you can do like a super chat and think pay money yourself for it on my channel now. I think I clicked that on so you can also give me money. You don't have to do that, guys. But yes, um, I don't think there is anything wrong with supporting stuff you really like. There are many more YouTubers that are bigger that have like Patreon and so on to be supported. Because if we want to take YouTube more serious, like a part-time job, or want to do it full-time, it is, I think, if you look at some of the people like Jingles and so on, I think it's an amazing job, but sometimes I think it can be really stressful, because if the internet, if anything goes wrong or you say something wrong, you can ruin your channel forever and lose it all. It's like really like a stressful job. So having something like a Patreon at some point, or in this case PayPal, to get extra funding, it maybe isn't that crazy of a deal, because this is an expensive hobby and does take time. So and the only thing he really wants to do is give you a better like film to watch. So is the bad thing he has it? I don't think so. It really is up to you. If you decide it's not worth he isn't worth investing in or giving like a dollar or a penny or anything, then don't do it. But if you really like his stuff and you think you want to help him that extra bit, then yeah, you can do it. And there's nothing wrong with it, but it isn't being forced on you, so I don't see anything wrong with that. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with something like that. If, for example, if this channel would come at some point at such a size, they'll say, I can do this part time, like 50,000 subscribers or 100,000. If that would ever happen, I don't think so. But for example, and I was like, I'm at this point where I can go like full time or like part time, but I need extra funds. I think I would set up like stuff like a Patreon and go, well, if you really want to see more, and I can invest in more, and you really like the stuff I do, so maybe be so kind to share a bit of money if you have to spare, so I can do even better stuff. So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But at the end of the day, you're not being forced, so it's your decision to do that. Brick move, I think it's okay. Yeah, brick move, I think it's okay, but there's a question. Green Bird Wolf, what do you think the coolest Brickmania is? The coolest? Ooh, it's the coolest Brickmania tank. Ooh, that's a hard one because I've seen so many over the years now already. If it could be anyone, I would say the Stuka at the moment. But tank, which tank? I think one of those old M3 Lees, or really one of the older Panzer threes, the one in 10, like the one that's like 10-year old. Some of the older stuff, maybe. I really just like the old nostalgia look of it. So yeah. Mountain break. Button break lol. Rebla, I painted my bread also with black line. What's nice detailing? No problem, dude. You're welcome. Brickmouth, did you subscribe to me, Rebla? Yes, I did. I think you uploaded a video today or yesterday. I'm not sure if I watched it. Martin Brick, I try, man. Your stop motions are pretty good. I think I did see a few of your stop motion Brick move, but it's been a while. To Brickman, hi, welcome. Action Bricks, if you do have a favorite Lego YouTuber. Well, I am subscribed to several, but well, the biggest one I think I follow is. Let me check my subscriptions. One of the bigger ones is Jangbricks. I watch some of his reviews, but there's also an animator that's near 1 million. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? I'm subscribed to so many, damn it. I'm also I'm also subscribed to JK Brickworks. JK Brickworks, also pretty cool. What is his name? Like Lego Michael Heacock's films. He's like really close to million subscribers, but his animations are really smooth. They're not the most detailed, but they are kind of cool. But I think one of my favorites is, I think, more like God. I think like what he has going on, how he does his videos. I really like that his style of editing, and he might make some amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. To Brickman, hi. Do you have a favorite Lego? Oh yeah, already. I think I like your French way we take things. I think you like French wonderful things. Am I right? Yes, my passion is to make a really big French army, but there's much more. I also I like the French. I also especially play some of the British stuff, like around I like Pegasus Bridge. Some of the more really like not like more like the special ops British things, like the SAS, the so on. I also really like some of the Italian stuff. So I'm not so big into really the Russian stuff. Also a bit of a really like I have enough German stuff in my French army. My German army is the biggest at the moment, and after that it's my French. So and American are also not that big into, but I have more. But I'm really working on one at the moment. Green Beret Wolf, did you really give me $2? Thank you so much. Oh man. Oh man. I'm going to take a print screen of this. Thank you so much. This is going to be well spent on Lego, I'm sure. And I was just joking. I was like, I have the super chat going on. I didn't actually mean forgive me money. But yeah, thanks. Really thanks. It's also sometimes I do like sponsored stuff for Bricky CMO, and the first time they asked me to do something for them, after that I'm always like, after that I've been doing several times more, but I actually thank them, like them to sponsor like minifigures or something like that, and they're always like, I really, because I sometimes I haven't don't have that much money at times, so I really like asking for free stuff. I really hate to do it at times, and like this, I was like joking. So I really feel or bad. It's just amazing that someone would give me money. Martin Break, sorry, I have to go. Thanks for the nice stream. I hope you like my question. Bye, everybody. See you, brother. Goodbye. Hello, Pasir boss. Mandarin, got to go. Goodbye, guys. I am going to come back. Okay. BG test. This is as this going. I'm mixing it all up. It's going well enough. I'm a little bit sick, but good enough. Oh. Oh, now I'm lost in the chat. Oh yeah. Okay, man. What's a break? Okay, one more. Where do you buy the old black Lego motorcycles? The last one I bought all at Hardenberg in the previous years. This one, it was kind of hard to buy one in black. I really was lucky. It was at the bottom of a bin with newer ones and different ones. Brick Link would also be a good place, but generally speaking, like the Lego conventions like Hardenberg, they should have one, or maybe they are getting rarer at this point, but years before they were easier to get. But I've more in light gray than black now. I feel like 2 in black and 4 in light gray. Well, mathematics. Okay, bye. Is 23. Yeah, I'm 23. The Brickman, the stream isn't working for me. Really? I hope everything is alright. Die deutsche Unternehmenden Stream. Was? Was wollen Sie? Nein. To Brick. Yeah, Brick Move. Bricks at War Productions. Hi, welcome. Brick Productions, how are you? I'm fine. Well enough. Immer noch. Yeah, I'm not planning on doing too much German. I'm keeping it English. My channel is designed to cater to most people, and that's the English audience. At that point, when I check like analytics for my YouTube channel, the majority is American that watch, and after that it's like Germany, France, Russia, Netherlands, and a few other big ones. But that's like the big majority, like really big difference. But the majority really is American that watches. So yeah, don't worry too much. This is an English-oriented channel from design from the start. So yeah, because if I were to do this in Dutch, not a lot would watch. Well, at least not to stuff like this when I don't stuff where I don't talk with wouldn't matter. But yeah. Oh yeah, the Brick Dictator is also like a really good Lego animator. But you also have what the two that start. Oh, what is the names? Pearl McJack or so, and you have another one. The two other all big animators. I love their videos so much. And for Pearl guy, he did like the Creed video. That was my favorite video of his. I really loved that one. Pacibrix, I think you like my review. Yeah, it was fun. Also, your English was pretty good. You were like, everybody asking, is my English good enough? Is it good enough? It really was good enough. You also don't have like that typical German thing that like you hear like a bit of the Z in the German in the English. It wasn't like really there. Early this year on a military event recreation reenactment thingy, I also met some German reenactors, and that guy I talked with, you really could hear like the German in it, like that he was German. It was kind of fun in a way. Martin Break, okay, I can stop watching. Well, why do you need to go? Do you need to go to bed or something? I don't know. Maybe eat. Brick Move, German and Russian still my favorite factions. Germany, it's up there. They really have some really cool stuff I still want to build, but Russia, there are some battles like I really love, like the Battle of Kursk and Stalingrad is some really cool stuff, but like the vehicles, it interests me less, like the French though. But I also like to do stuff like one thing I also like to do is do a little bit more stuff that nobody else does, and like the French army really doesn't get a lot of love. At the same time, when I look like chieftains videos on like the R35 and go, oh my god, it's even worse than I thought of the R35, how badly it was designed. But I think there is a place for some more unknown stuff to be showed off. But yeah, still, it's all to what you also a person. Oh, welcome back. Can you show? Can you show a little of your minifigs, please? I have them everywhere and nowhere. So sorry, I may need to do a video on them at some point. I like the Italians as well. They what I like about the Italians is some of the designs, like the CV tankets and some of their tanks and self-propelled cannons. Or yeah, cannons. Um, I do hope Brick Arms does give the Italians a bit more love and also the French, because I'm still waiting on the Adrian helmet from Brick Arms, really. Because I'm just going, why don't you produce that yet? It's like you've like now the Hotchkiss machine gun, so I want my Adrian helmet. That's the one thing I really want from Brick Arms. Green Beret Wolf, another challenge has ended arena. Oh wait, why are you giving me money? I can't believe it. Uh, Rebla and Brick Move, will you come to Brick Bavaria event? Me and I'm. Uh, when is that? Let me look. Uh, also depends where it is, because I live in the north part of the Netherlands. So if it's like way down, that can be a bit problematic for me. But let's Google it. Let me Google it. We have a website. It's all in German. Scheiße. Ooh, that's around my birthday. I don't know. Bavaria, is that like really, really much lower in in the lower parts of Germany? Let's have a look. Google Maps. Yeah, that's a bit too far away. Well, welcome, Lucas. And please do English, damn it. Is Susato. Rosenberg, hey, Lucas, also here. Yeah, Pacific in November, yes. But yeah, that's Bavaria is really too far away for me. Could you do a tutorial on your fields, please, or would it be too difficult? And don't do any more instruction videos. There are one thing I do kind of want to do is like do tutorials on small stuff like my German radio set and maybe something like some of the power line designs I've done. So like recorded tutorials, but not like vehicle tutorials anymore, because I know people use them for their own profit. But who knows what happens in the future? I may or may not be working on something that may or may not happen at some point with instructions and vehicles. So yeah. But no, would be too difficult. No, I have a proper system worked out with LDD to show it off here. But no, the only two instruction videos that are at this point online for me anymore is the Charby one, because that was stolen, and the Hummer because it has that many views. Oh, Masaryk, oh my god, my two Lego heroes are in the same video. Oh shit. Who are your heroes? I want to know. I want autographs. Joe Barbell, good evening, welcome. Uh, no, I'm doing homework, but this is so much fun. Well, you can always listen and do homework at the same time. I don't see the problem with that. Moment. If you would do it in Dutch, I would watch it. Yeah, because you are Dutch, Peter, Peter, Peter. But no, but the majority wouldn't watch. That's a little bit of the problem. Man. Greenberg. Well, let's go. See you later. Hope you enjoyed beautiful. But I will. I will. Pussy for the French always used. Yeah, I have like 3D printed helmets, one of the Bricky Zemo figures, but those are a little bit too big for my taste, so I used the Lego ones. It's in München. Yeah, that's way too far away for me. Let me see how long the drive is. München, Deutschland, Deutschland. Good. That would be for me a nearly 8-hour drive. Yeah. It's over 800 kilometers. That's a little bit too far away. Hey, Mola God, welcome to the stream. Mods also joined the house. That dirty sticky tech user in its build. We already had a talk about it here, Mola God. Yeah. Mola God, when will you start? Well, I got hopefully in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, we're doing a commercial now. Also, more like God, when will you sponsor some figures for me? Because I'm sure I can make something awesome with them, and I'm sure I will use sticky tag in that mark. Because you also use it, so it's in style, I think. Then. Must be like, oh my God, Mother God, Lucas and Rebla, my 3 heroes, all here. Yay! Oh my, being called a hero is a bit too much in a way. Could you do a building tutorial like house techniques, layering, road styles, landscaping, and small aesthetics like more scopes machine? Yeah, that would be the style of tutorial I would like to do. Also, built a few other neat things recently that may be fun to do as a tutorial at some point, but that is something that I still need to figure out for myself on how I want to do it and how I want to set it up. For the time being, I want to focus on doing proper vehicle reviews, and after that, probably like tutorials. But yeah, that at some point I want to do something like that for like little things and ideas on. But I also want to do like a video on trips and ticks with flex tube, and hoses and so on, because you can do some really fun stuff with that. Face reveal. Sure, why not? And how do you like me now? Quality is rather shit today, so yeah. But let me get it caught up in the chat again. Only 3 people watching. Damn it. But yeah. You have built great marks. Thanks, Martin. Molaka, thanks. Yeah, well, soon you will get some stuff from me. Yay, free stuff. Yes, thanks, Molaka. Blocking bricks. Is he streaming? Yes, I am. Let's see your boss. Which one Dude, you're really talented, thanks. uh, Blocking Bricks, I'm still here. Well, I am still watching. How old are you? 23. I'm 23 years old, so I'm quite old, I think, to compare to some of you guys. Oh, hello, Peter. Well, we'll need to start somewhere with collecting flicks from all I got. Yeah, I'm 11 years older, nearly 12. So yeah. Oh well. Well, my beer is up. Yay. Blocking breaks, new market soon when my phone's fixed. Okay, yeah, if you use your phone for recording, that can be handy. I got my camera fixed today. It had a few issues. But I didn't really need a face reveal. Give you Martin, give you free face. Oh, lucky. I'm just messing with more like God. And seems like I'm not the only one. But yeah. But getting back to conventions for this year, I'm not going to any more conventions this year. Because going to one is a lot of fun, but it takes a lot of time and preparing. At this point, the rest of the year, I just want to be busy with experimenting with new things and building new vehicles and whatnot. I will be going to a few ones. At the end in October, there will be one in Hogeveen in the Netherlands that's called Bricks and Trains. I'm probably going to go there just to see what it is. I've never been there before. I also kind of want to go to Lego World again in Utrecht, which is also in October or something, I think, which is the big one. Just go there and watch all the marks. I've been 2 years ago. I went there and it was also a lot of fun. But for this year, I don't have anything more planned. And next year, at least Hardenberg, that one is also always on my list, or something really needs to get in my way. And for the rest, I went to a small one this year in Hogeveen, which is in the Netherlands. If that's one happening again, I probably will be going there again because it's really relatively close to my home. And for the rest, it's all a big question mark. Oh my god, I'm already nearly 2 hours in streaming. Shit, man. I wanted to do this like an hour or so, but we're still going nicely this time. Blocking breaks. I use my phone for taking pictures and take them onto my PC to make slideshows. Would be great with what would be great with editing tutorial. Well, it really depends on the software you use, but if you generally just Google the software you use, you should be fine. I can show you this time around. I think I can show you my editing software once I have loaded it up, which one I use for a little bit. But I have a few projects. I'm not sure how complete they are at this point, but I think I can show something off. Procedure, boss. It is because we. Is it because we will do some advertising for him? Yeah, yeah. Advertising is never bad. It works for the same for me when I do stuff for Bricky's email. And the last video I did also at the end was like, this is sponsored, and like in the description, the comments also placed this is sponsored. And standing at a convention and doing like showing off what you're doing for somebody like Brikishima, or in this case Valent Brick so much, is the best ad you can have. If you're standing there with a good mark, you really it's like the best running ad you can have at a convention. So yeah, in a way you don't pay it off with literal money, but you scratch each other's back. That's how it works. So it's yeah, I think that it works for everybody. Um, More music. Damn it. Are you going to Hardenberg next year? Yeah, I will. I already told it. So I will get. uh, um, so uh, mm, 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 mm. Well, I will use this one for now. Share screen, but uh, I will now show off my editing software that I've now the latest version of what I'm going to show off, but I've been using it for 2 to 3 years now. And this is well, it used to be from Sony, but at this point it's been bought by Magix. I think it's German now, but this is my editing software. I got this in today. I used to have the basic version, and now went up to Platinum and the newest version. So yeah, I'm really happy with having this now, because it makes life a lot easier instead of having to use instead of using Windows Movie Maker. So yeah. Ja, ja, der Molokas ist eine but yes, he is. Also, like, do you like my custom AC Matador design? I think it's a good set. I have seen it a while back, and it was nice looking design. What I so remember of it, it's nice looking design. But yeah. But one thing I like about this editing software is that I can have multiple tracks, and it's really allows me to do some really nice professional editing compared to using Windows Movie Maker. So this is, for me, this is nearly essential at this point of something on this level, because it makes life a lot easier and I can do more with it. So yeah. No. Let's see here. Would you like to be my guest in my next update? Lucas was guest in the last one. Well, I would be flattered. And maybe I first want to watch that video you did with Lucas then to get an idea what it's exactly like. But well, I'm open to the idea. So Martinbrick, I want to build also a BM model, but I don't have the black system bike. But I have a red one. Should I paint it or build a red one? What should you do? Really depends on what you want to use for. If you want to build like, because you also can build like a civilian version that was used by just civilians, and that would also work perfectly fine. If you really want to use it, paint it, you can do it. I found it a little bit of a shame because it's those stuff is getting rarer because it isn't produced anymore. So it's a little bit of a shame in my mind. If you would buy it off Brinklink here somewhere in the Netherlands, it would cost you around 2.5 to maybe €5, and then you also have shipping costs. So, but if you do like a small order, if I'm not sure if you can do that, you can do also buy other parts. So you could just buy the parts. So I probably wouldn't paint it, but that's up to you, not up to me. I'm not even sure if I would paint it black. Black would probably come out best, but you also at that point could paint it gray and have a bit more options maybe with it in some respects. But that's up to you. I wouldn't do it, but if you really want to do it, go for it. Because I sometimes look at sometimes I also have to think if I just get a one in white, maybe painted in dark gray, or find someone that can like print can not print it, but dip it in some stuff like a professional paint job, do it on it. So I also have those thoughts at times, but black or light gray both work. So if you can buy another one, I would do that and save that one just as a civilian motorbike. But it's really up to you what you want out of it. So if you think, just ask the question: are you going to regret it if you paint it or not? Maybe that's like a better question on if it's maybe easy to buy a second one in the right color right away or paint it. Pesco, you should build a red one. That would be funny. I've been busy with a few things at the moment. I can open up Flickr for that. Something I upload on Flickr. I don't think that is worth a video on its own, but maybe worthy enough to show off here. If my internet connection would be fast enough, that would be great. But here it is. Share screen. Share. But this is a tricycle that I'm currently this week finished, and it's in a quite bright color because I had this yellow bicycle, got this when I was a small kid, and at some point ended up standing on it, and the handlebar broke off and part of the front broke off for the front wheel. So it's actually finally got new use, so I'm quite happy with that for the bike. So for people that are freaking around now that the bike is broken, that was a much younger me that broke it in an accident. So yeah, but you can use bright colored stuff for civilian stuff and use the more military colored stuff for military stuff. So yeah, but this was quite a fun build, and I'm going to do more of this. Also, if you're wondering about the bike tire, Lego recently has been producing those Lego wheelchairs, and this is one of those wheels, which is quite nice for them. They are bigger than the bike wheels, but it works out nicely. Brick move by, goodbye. Muscle brick bye. Little piece of code, thanks for letting me know. Would be great. I'm out now as well. Bye. Muscle brick. Oh, British are going to make all German camel prints and the British product. Do you hope? For the British one, yes, I hope it. And German, I have talked about this with Dominic, the guy behind British Zemo, but the way they print stuff, it is actually quite hard. They have the way they apparently print isn't that well suited for camos and darker colors. compared to some other manufacturers like Brickmania or it's a minifig company, I think. So there are some limitations in stuff how they do it, if I remember it correctly. So I hope they do it, but I'm not sure. But at this point, they're also like selling other stuff from the minifig company and Brickmania. It is a lot more expensive. So yeah, take of that. Enrique Castelloli, Castelloli. Sorry if I said wrong, but would you consider making things using Kobe? Would you consider making things using Kobe SAR military style? No, I'm not really going to miss. Maybe at some point, like one kid, if they have like really. I recently saw something pop by like in HC111, the German bomber. If that's like really cool looking, maybe it's more as a model kit ID, but really as a replacement, that's not going to happen. Martin Break, thanks for the tip. Yes, you're right. I don't like to paint. Thanks for letting me know. Well, I'm glad I could help you consider it a bit more, but like I said, it's really up to you. Block and Blaze, anybody got any great grandparents or great grandparents who fought in the war? My family personally never fought in the Second World War. My grandfathers were too young. The only thing that really, one of my grandparents has actually built like a toy plane of a Fokker passenger aircraft that we still have in a pretty big size, which is really cool. It's still in a pretty decent condition. And my other grandfather was, I think, about the same age, maybe a little bit younger or older. But I know some of the stuff that he did, and in one of the winters of the war, or maybe several, he actually ended up ice skating at night when it was full moon with German or Dutch guys in their early 20s that were actually in hiding for the Germans because they didn't want to work in Germany. So one of my grandfathers actually did stuff like that, like hang out with people that were actually hiding in the woods for to Germans or in houses. And for the rest, they also played tricks. They did like stuff like, because that grandfather lived on a farm in the northern parts of the Netherlands. He was also when the Germans came for like their horses, they spit it in like their noses to make it look like they were sick. So when the Germans come, they want like, oh, look at them, look at the noses. They're ill. They're not right to take. So they apparently did stuff like one of my grandfathers apparently did stuff like that and was part of that. So yeah. For the rest, my other great grandfather did see service after the war, and he was actually need to look up the name of the event, how it's called in English. Let me do a small. Let me share. I can show off a few things from one of my grandfathers that served later on, but I first need to look it up. First off, let me share the screen on. It's my grandfather, after he served, it was in the early 1950s, when the North Sea flood of 1953. My grandfather was serving, and he was part of the one of the engineering corpses of the Netherlands. So he did like work on like Bailey bridges and so on. So he was an active part of that. He also at some point came in a crash, and at that point was also moved away from the front. But what you can see here, he was part of that. And maybe I can show a photo or two. And I can show off this one. This is a good one. These few photos, this is our few. Oh, I want to zoom in. But this is my grandfather here on the left. And you can see here them standing on one of the Bailey bridges. And here's also like a photo of what was happening at the time in 1953. And under that, there's also another photo of the whole group of the battalion, or whatever you want to call it, where he was in. But this was the type of stuff he worked on, which is pretty cool to know. Beginning of this year, I scanned most of these photos all in for myself as a digital archive. And most of the photos also have like text and where he was, and stop messing up the bull. But yeah. But now I'm really think far off. Do you have lol nonsense like gender? I'm fine. How are you? Martin Rick, do you have to Bricky some German dark and light blue minifix? I don't. It's sold out at I have them in dark gray and also have the new designs in dark bluish gray. As I think those are, yeah, I got those as like, I think they're like prototypes. But I don't have them like in light blue. Blocking bridge migrates. The resistance. Okay, that's pretty cool. Then because I'm going to a concert in December in England, and I'm showing some World War II stuff. Okay, that's pretty cool. Today I played a little bit of the new Russian Battlefield 1 DLC. Okay. Do you still play World of Tanks? I actually downloaded this week because I was ill and at home. I actually download like the 2 latest patches and played it for a little bit, but it's not as much fun as it was. But every now and then. Peter, do you have a pet? At the moment, not anymore. Our bird, a cockatiel, or in Dutch, valkpakiet, died earlier this year. He was 18 or something like that, so like really old. And we're still waiting on getting a new one. But yeah, we are getting a new one, but it's taking a bit of more time than we liked. Every time I upload a new video, I get one dislike. Really annoying. The dislike is from me, Brick Move. No, not really, but you have videos that people dislike. That my most watched video is a Battlefield 1 that isn't even my mark. It says like 30 dislikes, but it also has like 500 likes. So yeah. But yeah, it can be annoying, but if it's one over the majority of maybe 40 or 20 or 40, it's not too bad, I think. No nonsense legenda, or however you say it. I asked to Mulligan if he wants to expose to an event organized from my look in Switzerland, and he probably will be there next year October. That will be pretty cool. Sorry for my complicated name. It's pretty cool. Can you show them? I want to see them, please. Only a sneak peek. Only one picture of the prototypes. Are you what? Which prototypes? But I'm caught up with the chat again. Oh, we're officially 2 hours in, it seems. Block and bricks. Goodbye. Only a picture of the prototypes of the bricks. Well, they are not prototypes anymore. They are being produced, but in a light bluish gray. I can look up a photo of it. One of my marks. Let me check my albums in Flickr. But yeah. I think this is a good one to check. New. Of course, I don't have any good photos of it now. Let me check. Now the live stream works. Okay, Brickman. Well, hello, welcome. Come on. I really don't have any good photos of it. Damn it. Maybe here. I'm so sorry if I don't have any. Oh, wait, here's one. Oh yeah, I got 20 World War One French figs with MMCB capes. Those are pretty good. I have one from in Crete, Fallschirmjägers, and some normal Germans. Also, a few Americans. Share screen for. But Martin, this one here on the front left, these are being so far now produced in light bluish gray, and when I did this build in 2015, those were completely new, updated design of the old ones. And I at that point asked, well, Brickzimo, do you guys want to sponsor my mark maybe? And I went yes. And what do you need? Well, I need a bunch of Germans that are captured by the British and French, and I need some of the Panzer crews and a few German ones if you have some to spare. So yeah, and they ended up giving me this, which was quite nice. Lego Man, can you give me a link? Can you show my? Can you give me a link of your stuff then? Then I will show them off. Then you will be quiet, I hope. But you have them too? No, I don't have the dark blue for the Luftwaffe. But yeah. But we're really. If you email Mark, you can have a customer. I got some early Warframes build him. No, agenda. Maybe I will do that at some point, but for now it's not necessary. At the moment I have enough fix. Martin Brick. Okay, I got to go now. Who introduced you into Lego World War II? I think it's some of the stop mo. Well, some of the stop motion animators. the older ones like Bill Jack and Lego Meister. I think it's Lego Meister. I think that's his name. Those guys really helped, but I always had that interest in World War II before, and I love Lego, so the combination was quite natural for me to get into. Yes, yes, Lego Meister. That's the one. I think those guys really helped me getting into it, because at the time, before I really ended up building vehicles like I do now, I was trying to get into animation. But it was I didn't quite have the patience for it. Martin Brick, your flicker name is Rebla for Albert. No, it is Rebla, but you have like your username, that's Rebla, and you can also place your real name on it, and that's Albert, and that's what you see there. I know it's him, but I know it. Tim, he also introduced me to Linda. I don't know. I just said you don't probably know about the customer. I don't want you to. Okay, I'll go now. Trickman, nice. I thought you flicking liked me. Okay. Nah. Bye bye, Martin. Rick. But yeah. War was, I think, now with the stream. Let me check. What's the time? Because it says, yeah. I started doing World War II when I watched the Battle of Rebla. Yeah, that's also one of those ones. I think the first one I really saw, but there are more ones. More of those old animations that I saw. So he's not the only one, but he's one of those people that really still stick out as inspiration. So to Brinkman, I'm holding a concert at 550 subs on my channel. Just if you're curious, just if you're curious in winning Team C Paratupa is first place prize. Well, that's a great prize for. This really is a great prize. So maybe. Now I'm actually going to check out your channel. But yeah. But if you're holding your contest, good luck. I hope it's fun for you and for the people that take part. I'm not sure if I take part. I generally just take part in contests. It's when I have a mark ready. If I don't have anything special built, I generally don't really care in joining a contest. But yeah, I think we have been going over 2 hours now. Oh, hello, NBC Productions. But I think I'm going to do a posting. Posting be online for a few more minutes, and then calling it quits. I'm posting into more concept video tomorrow, and it will last 2 months. Okay, well, maybe you will never know, but at the same time, I don't want to join every single contest, because I also enjoy giving other people a fighting chance, because the last few I took part in, I got really lucky. So I also do think that not joining every single one is a good idea. Uh, Legenda, I believe 7 years ago I found a red coat versus blue coat battle. That was really amazing. Yeah, I've been, like I said before, I really got into mark building. I was busy with getting into animation, brief films, and that lasted about 2 years before I went. And I'm not really getting that far with it. But yeah, I watched at that point a lot of brick films at the time to get inspirations. One of the other guys I really liked at the time was Nathan Wells, Mind Game Studios. There are a few more, but really some of the older stuff now. Some of those guys aren't that active anymore, which is a shame. But we all get older. We all get real life all catches up at some point. So yeah, and it's all of priorities. So yeah. Action break. The 16th and 17th September, I will be at Stein Wanna Lego event in Berlin with my mark. Does some of you will come? No, still too far away. Agenda Molagot entered on his sponsor contest. What? What? He has a sponsor contest. What the fuck? Yeah, still 7, 8 people watching. It's going pretty well tonight. But yeah, I do think this stream is getting to its end because yeah, it's 2 hours. But I am going to do another one in the future again for sure. I'm not sure when, of course. The last one was several months ago, and I'm not planning on doing one right away next week. That's not how I want to do this because my internet connection is a bit too crap to do like gaming, like stream gaming because my internet connection is too slow for that. So it will be like these Q and A's and showing off images every now and then. So I do think like doing this every week would be a bad thing. More like every month or every few months is. I think that's more fun. It also makes it more special. So yeah, that's one thing I at least want to say. So don't expect one right away, another live stream. But I am going to do more for sure. Maybe also some point need to ask people to join. I think that also will be pretty fun, like Molek God or something like the god he is. But yeah, talking about Molek God, you guys have something saying about him. Morgan's on his own sponsorcast. He answered on the concept of custom breaks and some was sponsored from. Yeah, that's stuff that I'm a little bit iffy on. I've joined a contest like that before that someone else I know was sponsored before by the person that was holding the contest. This was many years ago, and it really pissed me off that that guy won because I found it like favoritism at that point. So yeah, but that's for the person. That's up to like the person that holds, in this case, custom breaks, if they going to allow that. If I would do a contest, I would be strict on it, but at the same time, I don't sponsor people, so that wouldn't be a problem. And so yeah. But yes, do you guys have any final questions for me, or want to know something or anything else? Because otherwise, I'm going to end it because it's yeah, like I said, it's been over 2 hours now at this point, which is long for me. This time I went for me pretty well. I had like previous live streams, and it was like 1.5 hours, and like, oh man, I really need to sit down for a little because my eyes were like popping out of my head. But oh well, Wassenbrich, how do you get the dark brown British Briximo torso on your custom Sherman fly? I like it so much. Um, I actually got this for free from Briximo because Briximo and me are going way, way back at this point. They originally contacted me in late 2011 from if I was interested in do a forced perspective scene for them. And at first I was like, because I was just a few months on Flickr and so on, so I was like, like, am I being set up or anything? So I was like, um, what? And so I was like, okay, how legit is this? And um, what will this mean and everything for me? And so yeah, at that point he went, nah, we like your stuff and we want to get a bit of extra, give you a bit of give you something nice to have after you made it. If you do this first, you get a few figures for free and so on, and we get a bit of extra. We are, and if and then we back and call. We want that on our blog and on Facebook and stuff like that, like extra, like a bit of an ads for them. And I was like, okay. And at that point, so at that point, over the years, I've somewhat of a good working relationship, more or less, with Ricky Zemo at this point. And at some point around Christmas time, I remember I was ordering like a few things from them, so I didn't ask for anything. And it was like a week before Christmas, and I got it, and I opened up, and this ended up falling out of it, and I was surprised. It was like a fun little extra they throw in for me, and this was, I think I got that one 3 years ago, something like that. No, 4 years or something like that ago. So that was me just being lucky. But the first scene I did for them was this one. This is my first perspective scene sponsored, that was sponsored in any way, and I this 3 years I got at the time. So, and for me, everything. If I look back at this now, I say, "Fun, this is like really, really basic what I did at the time." So yeah, but I got that torso as more or less as a Christmas present. Hi, Peter. It's 3 hours because my stream thingy ends at like 2 hours, so I'm not even sure how long this is. No, don't end it while I'm still talking. Is it possible that I can buy it off you or Wixma? Well, the only thing they really do is like do it in tan and not in dark tans, which is a shame because I think it looks better in dark tan. So yeah, it's a shame, but you're not getting it off me. That's one of those things I'm going to keep because it looks good as a English tanker. Legenda, I order everything from Rikishimo Taylor. I ordered so far still, yeah, pretty much everything from Brikissimo. One thing, I don't have PayPal or credit card, so international stuff isn't really an option for me. So European is more, and I like the fact that I don't have to wait for many days, weeks. I like it to get my stuff as fast as possible. So also like brickling orders, generally speaking, the only time I ordered something was outside of the Netherlands was in Germany, because the Netherlands really, nobody really in the Netherlands had that part for my Panzer tank, the pink M3D. For the rest, I always order inside of the Netherlands, because generally speaking, it's faster. Well, not always, but and it saves a little bit on shipping costs. So yeah. Agenda. I'm building a lot of little marks, like 46 by 42, more still decent size mark. Peter, are you ever going to build a minifig scale RC tank? Because that would be awesome. RC tanks, that is one thing on my to-do list, but that's a little bit of expensive. I think I know how you need to do it, but getting the RC stuff, because I don't have that, is a little bit expensive, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do like a minifig scale, but a larger scale, because I want to do like the CV tanked, upscaled, and then radio controlled. I think that will be really awesome. Is there a possibility I can buy it? I like it so much. You could always email them. You could always ask Brigissimo, suggest them to produce them in that color. May take a while for them to respond. Brigissimo, they are great to work with, but sometimes their emails can be, the replies can be a little bit slow, but it's also how busy they are, of course. So, but you will get an answer in the end for sure, but may take, won't be, sometimes it will be in like the next day. And I also had sometimes, like, I sometimes sent photos to them, and like at the longest time was like 3 months later, it was, oh yeah, sorry, we're a little bit busy. But yeah, we put it on our Facebook page. So yeah. Also, that's why I don't want to order at Bricklink. I want to order as soon as possible. It really depends. Generally, if you look at if you order at the shop at Bricklink, you can check the feedback, and there are some really professional Bricklinks, because some people can make a proper living of Bricklink within the Netherlands or anywhere else in the world. So if you order and you pay fast enough, if you order something, you will get an invoice relatively fast. I know some shops that have it completely automatic. That will send you an invoice within 30 minutes. After that, you can pay it, and generally they are quite fast with shipping the same week. So that wouldn't be hell of a lot different from Bricissimo, for example. So yeah, so it really depends on their Bricklinks. So some do it like as an extra, as a hobby thing, and for some it's like a professional job. So there is really a difference in speed for some. So yeah. Legenda, I do like to do 46 by 32, and add a lot of detail. One of these months are really, yeah, that's the one thing. If people also ask me, I want to get better at building, the one thing I say, just keep building. You will improve by just keep on building. It's as easy as that. And for me, one of those videos I kind of want to do, that maybe fun do, is like do a look back video and talk a little bit how I've grown over the last maybe 10 years, because I have some World War II stuff that is like at least 8-9 years old on photo. They can show off, and like, this is like where I started, and this is where I'm now, and talk about a few of the important bits for me and over the years maybe. So I'm not sure it's like anytime soon, but it's maybe one of those fun things to do at some point. But yeah, if you keep building, you will, in my opinion, you will learn. You also start to learn how to use parts better and learn more parts. So yeah. Misha Goldstein, I know you've stopped doing certain videos, but could you do one for something new, very small like that? Stuka, I don't think it will do ammo. I it wouldn't do any harm to do like a micro build in itself, but set design is inspired of Brickmania from one of their older designs at the time. I did do things my own way, but it's relatively heavily inspired of in some ways. So, and that's why I'm not going to do something like that. Also, because if I would, when I did an instruction video, I either would be sure it would be like 90% mine to 99% my design. And on two models, that would be my R35 and my Hummer design. At the time, I asked of a good friend his permission to share the designs because the Humber was, I didn't get like instructions from him, but I completely copied it. And for the R35, the tank, I used his third design because I couldn't figure one out, and he gave it to me because just to build it. And I really did ask, "Are you okay with me giving? Are you okay with me uploading it to YouTube for everybody to show?" And he was, "Yeah, I'm fine with it." So, but that's one of those things. I have like more of those designs that I'm not quite comfortable with like sharing because it's not enough of my own, or I don't have the permission for it. Peter, are you gonna do a mini mock series? I don't know. Um, it's been a while since I like really did like small mocks, so yeah, or micro builds. So I don't know, maybe at some point again. But for now, not really in the mood. Misha, I buy brick mini kits and I can say for sure that they have not made. I think it was Brickmania, or it could be someone else, but I think it was like Brickmania. But I'm really talking about way back. This I'm talking about nearly 6 years back in time and so on. Legenda. I started at Water 1. I improved a lot of ground shaping techniques. I'm getting a lot of plays, but the problem with shipping, what's the first for me are the custom fees. They are really high here. Yeah, that's why I try to buy as much within Europe at least, and pretty much the Netherlands to have the low shipping costs. Misha, I think you're just trying to avoid making instructive videos. Your content is lacking. Whoa. Well, okay. That's for in my head that sounds pretty mean, but am I trying to avoid the making instruction videos? No, I don't think so. I was pretty clear at the time why I don't make them anymore, because I'm not going to do them for other people to get personal gains out of them. And I may be wrong on the Brickmania thing, on the Stuka one, but I am 100% sure that this is not an original design. I have based this on something else. But no, and and the thing you're saying about your content is lacking without them, I don't think so. This channel, this channel how I've set up has never been. This channel is really about two, maybe three things, but really two things. That is Lego and military stuff around World War II and maybe World War One, but mainly World War II. I'm working within that, and this was never originally set up as an instruction channel. It just kind of happens along the way. Why do I? Why did I do instruction videos? First off, I didn't really mind making them at the time. I didn't really mind sharing, and it was a good way of um, letting the channel grow, because it attracts people. Sorry to say, it's maybe a little bit mean to say, but it does really help attract people. But for me, at that point, an instruction video, last year I got pretty well going in them and did quite a few. But before that happened, I was at the crossroad saying for me, I kind of want to stop because it's a lot of work, or I need to find a way to make it easier. In the end, I found a way to make it easier and say, well, okay, it doesn't take as much time as it doesn't really take that a lot of time anymore, or it takes it's now fast enough again to do. And for me, at that point, I was going with it again. But for me, I really was at a point last year that I would just want to stop, because for me, instruction videos on a personal level, they don't really, like I said, I don't mind sharing it and all, but for me, it still takes a lot of time away on doing just building and whatnot. So for me, as much as I didn't mind doing it and didn't mind sharing it, and I found it quite fun, it did take quite a lot of time when I do it, because at some point it took me like a full day to edit one of those videos, which I could have spent building. So yeah, for me it was like quite a thing to say, is this really something I want to do? And at some point I worked it out again. It was like got it going, like I said, and I was fine with it again. And when that whole thing happened with that whole instruction video fair with around Martin Ludwig, that really did hurt a lot, seeing someone else using one of my designs, even a downgraded version, for his own profit. That really did hurt a lot. And I think if anybody else would figure that out, it would be in the same position where you are, so kind enough to share your work, showing the inner workings, I think it will be quite hurt at the same time. So at that point I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not going to do anymore. But yes, and I know it sucks. For me, in a way, it did help make a decision that at some point was considering making, because it felt like the only choice at that point I had to do. But I hated it, because I know I lost at one point a lot of videos. I at that point wasn't quite sure what was going to happen with the people that were following my channel, because if there must have been people that were really just there maybe for the instruction videos, and they would lose something in an instant, so that quite hurts. And yeah, like you said, it is a piece of content that I'm currently missing, that I need to replace with something else, and I'm currently busy filling that up with vehicle reviews, showing off those more. So yeah, and I'm sure you're not trying to be mean, but if you read it, it's kind of much. It's one of those things. It's still like, for me, it's a somewhat such a sensitive subject at times. I'm done with it. At that point, it's for me more or less for me a closed door, and I don't want to. Yeah, I just want to move on from it. And I know that some of you guys still want it, but for me, the answer is just no at this point, and it sucks on all sides in a way. So yeah. But yeah, Yeah, let's move on now. Agenda. I pay a lot of custom fees, cause Switzerland is not part of Europe and it has not much bringing. So yeah, that would really suck. But didn't you say you were like part of a Luke, like a Lego user group? Because if you are, you should take part in like lookbook getting what it is like what Lego user groups. One of the benefits of being part of a Lego user group is that you can do like a massive order for very cheap. But yeah, maybe that's a solution. You should do more tech reviews. I'm planning on it. Wow, there are only 3 people watching. Well, 6 now. The agenda. I'm gonna get to Brick Mania Corsair. That one is pretty cool, I think. So yeah. But I think let's do. Okay, I'm going to do 7 more minutes of this live stream because we will hit 3 hours then, and then I'm done. This will be the longest live stream so far. Oh yeah, I wanted to show off if I can find it. Let me see. Share. Okay, share screen. But if Misha is still watching, I was talking about this Stuka. It was originally inspired on this, but yeah, it is more different than I remember. But like the whole wing setup of it is a direct copy. But yeah, that's what I was really talking about on the Stuka thing. Yes, I'm going. Yes, I am getting my lookbook in these months. The problem is I can't get all what I want. Yeah, another problem. I'm also getting my lookbook in the coming month or 2, probably. It's always a bit of a question when you get it. This will be the second one I will be getting myself. One thing I do know, I will be getting a lot of tree leaves, like a lot. But yeah, it's really a long wait, right? Hi, Lego Master. But yeah, everybody fought for their own parts. I think I got some really nice stuff this time around. But I may do an unboxing video on that if it comes when I got it. But so far, I haven't seen anything on my look today. I got news that it would be coming in. But I'm not sure how. I'm wondering how large your bulk was, but mine was over 7,000 parts. Last year it was over 9. Peter, I can't believe I've been binge watching from the beginning. I'm still not getting more. Well, I'm glad to hear that I'm that entertaining. I made this channel to comment. Hi, welcome for the final few minutes because I'm going to stop in a little bit. I'll be getting 8,000 1 x2 green plays, 7,000 green plants, and probably some other things like 1 x2. I'm getting 1,200 green plant leaves, the big ones. 1,200 in dark green, 100 in dark orange or something. I'm getting some of that printed 1x4s with wallpaper and some other stuff. So yeah, and a bunch of other stuff, but I already forgot. At the same time, that's a bit of fun to it. You forget it, so it's a bit of a surprise. Yeah, it sucks. Where did you get your bread from? Your minifig that from one of the older minifig series. I think the second one. I also got like the face for it, but I also buy them on Bricklink, and I also this week got a minifig, one of the newer ones, and they also have the same bread. Yeah. Legenda, yeah, the wallpaper white brick from the Batman classic movie set thing. Yeah, that one. I ordered 100 or so of those. My voice is starting to go, damn it. But yes, so that was also quite a nice get. I think I don't really need a lot more than 100 for the coming time, so yeah. Yeah, but any of you guys really now? I'm really going to end it in a few minutes. But any of you guys, some final questions or anything? That's pretty cool. I wanted to buy someone bill, but it's pretty expensive. Yeah, that's why some of the guys went on a look from. We should probably get that, and everybody was like, "Yeah," so we got it. And yeah, it's still pretty expensive even within the bulk. You can talk about the prices, of course, but it's even then it was relatively expensive. So like 100 was, even it was cheap, it was still relatively expensive. But the same thing for all those leaves I bought. If you buy them loose, like on Bricklink, it's already expensive. On Lookbook, it's a lot cheaper, but still kind of expensive. So yeah, but still, it's a great thing. It's out there that you can get so many parts for so cheap. Hello, Brickmaster. Welcome into the final few minutes of this nearly 3-hour live stream. It's doing something outside of my house, like a party. No, I'm going to do just over because I started a little bit late, but yeah, a few more minutes. But it really, guys, isn't like Peter. You're like already like in nearly 3 hours. That's quite amazing. All the members of my look are doing different things, and I know I will not get strange thing. Well, the same goes for my look. We have, well, I'm the only like military builder really, and you have like some guys that are really into trains, some into Star Wars, two really great space ships builders. So yeah, it's all over the place. So yeah. Brickmaster, sorry to be late, but homework's got me up all day. Well, yeah, that's the problem with school. I was playing so made this channel to comment. I was playing something so damn, I'm still up. Yeah, I'm 23, so I'm still up. Yeah, but yeah, well, really 3 hours. I think I'm going to leave this live stream up. This was a quite successful one. The other ones, most of them I've on private, but I probably will keep this one online for now. So for the people that are just joining, can also join in on fun. And on what music they are playing, something I don't know. It's like the neighbors or something. But I hope I don't get copyright strikes. But it's far away enough. But yeah, I think this stream was rather successful, especially seeing the length. Sometimes I've like nearly 2 hours and it's going, yeah, the comments are running dry, and this time we're going strong. But at this point, I'm also going, yeah, I'm done for today. But maybe with a bit of luck, and maybe we'll do another one next month or so. Because yeah, like I said a little bit before, I don't want to do them all the time because I want to keep it special. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. So, guys, I'm going to say until the next time. Thanks for joining in today. Either it's been for a few minutes or the whole 3 hours or so. And when I do a next video, I hope you guys enjoy the next stuff that will be uploaded. Okay, Brickmaster, so really fast. Sorry if the question was asked before. Are you going to remake US versus Germany? Mark loved. Wasn't asked before so far, and no, I don't think so. So yeah, not, at least not for now. I'm not too big into the American stuff, but I do want to do D-Day market, seeing the whole Call of Duty game coming out, kind of. So yeah, maybe one, but still a little bit of a question. So yeah, but really, guys, I'm going to end it here. So I wish you all a good night, or maybe a good morning, or whatever in what's in America, or any place else. And until the next time.